Hello, my name is Melissa Lopez, and I'd love to share with you a little bit about our Algebra 2 class here at MyFunScience. Many students, when they even hear Algebra 2, start to get intimidated or self-conscious about their skills. Our Algebra 2 class is designed to take the fundamental concepts that students learned in Algebra 1 and extend those ideas. That's how we start the year, is taking those concepts that they've already learned, reminding them of those skills a little bit, and then teaching them how to take those skills and go a little further with them. It allows students to kind of warm up to the process, understand a little bit. If they didn't grasp something fully in Algebra 1, it gives them an opportunity to kind of play catch up and get on board. If they already understand it, now they can take that knowledge and expand it. We go through lots of topics at the beginning that are very familiar to students. Some of them will be new, but a lot of them at the beginning are going to be focused on taking the skills that they already have learned. Some students take Algebra 1 immediately after Algebra 2. Some take geometry and then come into Algebra 2. As long as the student has completed Algebra 1, geometry can be taken before or after Algebra 2 and allow students to be successful. In our Algebra 2 class, there are two things that really stand apart. First, students are required to have a graphing calculator because one of the fundamental things that is so critical for students is to understand how to use a calculator. Not just do the basic four functions, but to really take a graphing calculator and start to utilize some of the many things that it can do. And so I take a lot of time and effort to teach students how to work the problems, and then how to learn to verify answers or be more efficient with answers by checking them using their graphing calculator. These are skills that they're going to have to be able to perform both in college readiness classes, in entrance exams, and in actual college classes. So learning those skills in Algebra 1 to understand the math now allows the students to expand and do better using the calculators and integrating that into their work, not replacing the fundamental knowledge. We don't just do problems using calculators, but using calculators to supplement the student's understanding. Not just here's a graph, find an answer, but here's a graph. What does it mean? What does it tell you about what's happening in this scenario? And how can you look at what you see and begin to pull out important data? The other thing that this Algebra 2 class offers students, we use a program called MathXL. MathXL allows students an amazing opportunity to try problems. If they're doing great, it checks it off, says, hey, you're doing great, keep moving through, no worries. If they're struggling, it gives them an opportunity to watch a video, to see example problems worked out step by step, to just get a hint on what the first step or the next step should be, or to completely reteach if it's a concept that the students just fully struggle with, don't understand, or are having trouble grasping. So MathXL gives students immediate feedback. From a teaching perspective and from a student, when I was in high school, nothing is more frustrating than working a bunch of problems and then finding out at the end, I got them all wrong, or I got half of them wrong because I didn't understand the concept. So each time we have a lesson, students will have some of their assignment in MathXL and some of their assignment from the textbook. So I encourage students to do the MathXL problems first. Make sure that you understand how to do the work, even though we've talked about it in class, and hopefully they've looked over the lesson as well. MathXL is that extra safety net to make sure that students know how to do the problems. Or if there's a place where there's maybe a gap in their understanding, it will address that immediately. Then once we have a good grasp of concepts, then students can start working through the textbook problems on their own. It really does allow that freedom to go into your textbook work knowing that you understand the material much better. So I feel like that is a key component that really sets us apart, because having a live teacher to interact with is incredibly important. Students get immediate feedback from me when they send me a message and ask for help. I'll be able to give them feedback, but they'll also be getting additional feedback from me through MathXL. I can respond to their messages. If they have a question, they can send me a note. Hey, I need help on this particular question, and I can give them feedback immediately through MathXL as well. So it's just an extra layer of support to really boost kids' understanding as they're moving through these upper level high school classes, transitioning into college algebra or other calculus, pre-calculus type classes. Having this Algebra 2 foundation is absolutely a determinant of future success. So thanks for spending some time with me. I look forward to seeing you soon.